launched called Easy Fix. So we do adhesives, grouts for fixing our tiles, and of course, cleaning material for tiles, faucets. So installation and of course the maintenance, like the cleaning solutions, but more focused on the fixing, the grouts and the the fixing, because we would prefer that the masons move to using this solution rather than cement. We have a CSR a vertical called Tile Master, where we train masons on the correct way to lay tiles with the correct instruments. Earlier, we used to import these instruments, tools, but now the companies making them in India for 1/10 the price, we found out, the rubber hammers and the right cutting material. So it's getting there, but it has to be driven from the contractors, not from the masons. And in fact, it will help him because it is time saving. So what he can do in one day, which is daily job for him, he'll actually be able to do twice that amount in one day. So, he can take on more work. He saved his time. He saved material for the customer because the breakage is less. And, so then his reputation, word of mouth gets better. It's a win-win for all, but it has to be driven from the contractors and the architects. The tile itself is beautiful, but when it's laid so badly, with the cement flowing half into the tile and the bleeding of the cement happening on the joints being rough, it's not the tile's fault, it's the laying fault. I mean, you go to the Ritz-Carlton, you go to Four Seasons in Thailand and Bali, they all use tiles because they're beach hotels, and they're so beautifully laid, you cannot even tell they're tiles. And if these high-end hotels and chains can use tiles, here there is this mindset, C-star hotel or 3-star hotels or 2-star hotels, but there all the top hotels have the tile market is 40,000 crores. So it's not a small industry. So clearly there is a lot of infrastructure happening, especially in tier 3, tier 4 cities. You can see it yourself with the airports coming up. So there is a lot happening, but replacement market is still very small. People are not renovating. The concept in India, ek baar lag gaya to chodo, jaisa hai tuta bhanga chalega. Because they don't want to get the masons in, because ek baar ghuste hain na, wo nikalte nahi hai apke ghar se. COVID never held us back. For those 4-5 months, everything was shut down. But then there was this pent up demand, which people realized that they needed to renovate and change or whatever. So we saw a surge, in fact, once the markets opened. Like I said, we have now ventured into bathware fully, which includes all the SKU, like faucets and showers and urinals and vanities, geysers also, except for bathtubs. And we've launched, smart sensor faucets and hands-free flushing systems. So all that after the COVID, it gained a lot of popularity. We have come out with our Max tiles, our large format. We're setting up a large format unit, and we're coming out with large format tiles. We have taken out new tiles called Replique. So we're constantly, taking out new designs and new formats, new sizes, new innovations. We have a new tile called Temp Shield tiles, which are the sunlight reflecting tiles, which people, if you put on the roof, it's guaranteed to bring down the temperature to a certain degree inside your home, which will in turn help with the air conditioning costing. So, then we have slip shield tiles, which has been a huge success for us. Anti-slip tiles, those are, and then we have germ shield, and we're constantly innovating. Of course, our marquee product is our VC tile, which is, we got a patent for it, which is anti-scratch, anti-ghissoing, anti-color fading tile, which we have in all sizes now, not only 1x1 or 2x2, even in 2x4. We've got step tiles, we've got kitchen slab tiles. So we're constantly innovating. We've realized that in your lifetime, you would put tiles in your house. Maybe you'll make a new house or change your tiles in your house maybe twice or thrice in your lifetime, not more. And for those kind of big decisions, which are there for longevity, there is still a huge touch and feel. So maybe bathware can go online where you don't mind buying a faucet or a shower head or a, tap online. But tiling for sure, as of now, just an interactive website which will direct you to the right channel partner is the maximum online that we can go.
Okay.
You would want to touch and feel something that you're going to be living with, and not changing for 10, 20, 30 years of your life. And yes, if that happens, we would still direct the sales to the dealer, which is closest to the customer via CRM. That's what we do with our experience centers. We have 17 experience centers across the country, which are fully stocked with all our products. But if you like something there, we don't sell from those experience centers. The sale is directed to the dealer who's closest to that client or where that tile is available. In fact, so many of the dealers send their clients to the experience centers because their showrooms are not that large that they can display everything and have mock-up bathrooms or mock-up bedrooms or kitchens. But our experience centers do have that space. We were analyzing a lot of the brand, the film stars and the other stars which are not in the film industry, and we realized that we are a mass brand. We cater to the masses, and Salman Khan is somebody who caters to the masses as well. And he's very desi, like we are. We're a 50-year-old company, and we're very desi. Our values are very zameen se jude. And the way he appeals to the masses, he comes down to their level, and he's perceived as, the heartthrob of the masses. I mean, when you go to a movie hall, if a Salman movie is on, there's like coins being thrown and CT, and they can relate to him because his roles have been never upmarket where he's like a billionaire and sitting on a throne or something like that. His roles have always been very mass type of roles, and he's strong, very strong. His body is strong. He's stylish. And Zameen Se Jude, these are the three attributes of Somany tiles. We're strong, we're stylish, and we're Zameen Se Jude. Whether you want a 1x1, not very expensive tile, or you want a 8 feet by 8 feet, very big, we have it all from design to quality. And since we've been there in this industry for 50 years and going strong, we are reliable and trustworthy.
Absolutely.
So that was the reason why we chose this tagline. But currently we are doing IPL, if you've noticed. But we got an opportunity of branding on the back of the cap that they wear, right here. Okay. So that was for Lucknow, super. And it's been a real boost with the dealer community. And we are having a lot of contests with that, on social media. They're engaging in those contests. Our likes and posts are going viral. So it's been a great branding experience. We are also on Geo. We're also advertising on the on connected TV. A 10-seconder ad. I think cricket is a national sport which is just loved. The reach is huge. Digital marketing is gaining a lot of popularity, especially during COVID and after COVID. We've seen a huge surge in the number of people engaging on social media, which wasn't so earlier, especially in our industry. But so we want to now, leverage that people are more connected to social media than they ever were. So we are, of course, on all the main platforms like Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and of course also on OTT platforms. Time and again, we take some ad spots here and there. It's proving more and more that we need to, up the budgets on our social media, on our digital spends, and also up our game. I see that the millennials, the urban crowd is moving towards Instagram, but our dealers and a little bit tier 3, tier 4 are still on Facebook. The content is almost the same. of course, reels and GIFs and all are more trending on Instagram. And YouTube is great for our short videos and for testimonials or Abhishek's, opening of something, and we've taken a reel and we keep pushing it on those things. So YouTube is more for the longer advertisements, a 20-second or 10-second or now we're going to be shooting some more with Salman. So we use YouTube for that. I think social media is giving me a great opportunity to advertise without, making a hole in my pocket. It's still affordable and it is very targeted. I can actually reach out to the right people, my TG. I can specify my TG and reach out. It's like in television, it's mass. Here, it's very directed. This industry is not very attractive to be kind of following it, unless you are an influencer. Like in our world, our influencers are architects, are our dealers, and our interior designers. So unless you're one of these three, if you've finished making your house, you'll unfollow probably, we should be engaging with more influencers in our industry. But for that, we need to make a collaboration, because an architect will not want to promote one brand. So we need to either have a collaboration with them where they've kind of designed some tiles for us or designed a range, then it will happen. Keeping the budgets, in place, we are trying to, going forward in 2023, work with more influencers. There are other influencers who are like funny. They're just, I'm also stepping into this whole new world of influencers. And they have crazy following, and they're like nobody. They're like normal people, or they're not even like celebrities or anything. They just go to showrooms and they talk of products, and they have a huge following. Gotcha. So we're trying to we've used one or two local influencers, especially when our showrooms have opened. Like in Ahmedabad, we used somebody. In Indore, I think we used somebody. But we use a local influencer who had a huge local following. Maybe outdoor experiences, outdoor advertisement, our ATL, which is like, very strong in all the airports, major airports across. We're using that strategy for outdoor, and of course, hoardings near the dealer showrooms, across major highways. But our biggest point of marketing and branding would be at our touch points, which we have over 1,400 touch points. In these showrooms, you can see that, okay, now they've come up with Temp Shield or they've come up with Slip Shield. We have our small displays to help people understand what is our Slip Shield, what is a Temp Shield. We also introduce the Easy Fix along with this, so that it becomes a space, that one-stop shop. You buy your tiles, you buy your fixes, you buy your sanitary ware, and you leave.